You weren't made to fit their version of enough. You weren't built for mediocrity. You were forged in fire to break limits, to bend realities, and to become the standard others fear to chase. This world isn't ready for your kind. And that's exactly why you're here. Not to blend, to break. No trumpet sounds when the war starts inside your head. No referee, no spotlight. Just you, battling versions of yourself that most people never even meet. The lazy version, the scared version, the one begging for comfort. Every day you wake up, you enter a battlefield no one else sees. Your thoughts, your doubts, your regrets, your dreams, they all fight for control. And most people lose. They listen to the voice that says, stay safe, don't risk it, slow down, but not you. You recognized early, the loudest voice is rarely the truest one. The real path isn't paved with comfort, it's paved with chaos. And you didn't run from chaos, you walked into it. Every failure, a lesson. Every setback, a sharpened edge. Every night you broke down quietly and still stood up stronger in the morning. That was your rebellion against mediocrity. You're not crazy for feeling the pressure. You're crazy if you think pressure's going away. It's not, but neither are you. You don't need an army to fight this war. You need one weapon, relentless execution when no one's clapping. They told you comfort is the goal, good job, good house, good salary, good life, good little invisible life. But you saw the trap. Comfort isn't peace. Comfort is sedation. It's where dreams go to die. And it's not the big disasters that kill ambition. It's the small comforts. The snoozed alarm, the skipped workout, the I'll start tomorrow. You knew. The easy path is a slow funeral. One decision at a time, you rot from the inside out. You saw people around you take that path. You saw the dullness in their eyes, the ache in their sighs, the weight of untapped potential rotting inside their bones. And you chose different. You chose pain. You chose pressure. You chose purpose. Because the pain of discipline weighs ounces. But the pain of regret, it crushes, it suffocates, it follows you for life. You understood this early. Comfort doesn't keep you safe, it keeps you small, and you didn't come here to live small. You don't flinch anymore. You don't hesitate. You don't need validation to move. Because now, you're not just surviving the fight, you are the fight. You became the storm. Not by chance, by choice. You trained when no one clapped. You learned when no one watched. You bled when no one cared. And now when you step into a room, you don't ask for attention. You demand presence, without a word. You move differently now, purposefully, silently, lethally. Every doubt they threw at you turned into fuel. Every failure sharpened into a blade. You didn't survive life's punches, you collected them, and now you hit back. You didn't just train for strength, you became unstoppable. If you're done waiting for green lights and ready to build yourself into a weapon they can't deny, subscribe. We're not here to be accepted. We're here to be inevitable. You don't flinch anymore. You don't hesitate. You don't need validation to move. Because now, you're not just surviving the fight, you are the fight. You became the storm, not by chance, by choice. You trained when no one clapped. You learned when no one watched. You bled when no one cared. And now when you step into a room, you don't ask for attention. You demand presence, without a word. You move differently now, purposefully, silently, lethally. Every doubt they threw at you turned into fuel. Every failure sharpened into a blade. You didn't survive life's punches. You collected them, and now you hit back. You didn't just train for strength. You became unstoppable. If you're done waiting for green lights and ready to build yourself into a weapon they can't deny, subscribe. We're not here to be accepted. We're here to be inevitable. You used to chase others, used to look for mentors, leaders, examples. Now, you are the standard. You don't move because it's trendy. You don't grind because it's fashionable. You move because it's who you are. You embody consistency. You breathe structure. Your heartbeat is syncopated with your ambition. They used to call you obsessed. Now they call you necessary. Because the ones who mocked your discipline, they're the ones drowning in their own distractions now. You've turned principles into pillars, habits into armor. Every day you show up without excuse. You raise your own ceiling and shatter it. You're not motivated. You're mandated. You don't dabble. You dominate. Now when they try to measure you against others, they realize there's no comparison. You moved past competition. You're fighting a war only you can win. And the goal isn't to beat others. It's to outlive the version of you that wanted to quit. You want to know the real flex? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's routine. The ones who win didn't stumble there. They scheduled it. Every win you'll ever have. It's hidden inside 1,000 unseen reps, 1,000 boring days, 1,000 decisions to not quit when no one's looking. Success is the result of invisible wars. Routine is the sword. You built it by bleeding on the days you wanted to rest, by executing when motivation was dead, by creating when inspiration was absent. The world will never see those days. They'll only see the explosion after years of silent grinding. And that's fine. Let them guess. Let them think it was magic. You'll know the truth. It wasn't magic. It was math, brutal math, unforgiving, beautiful. Because the ones who stay faithful to their routine, even when no one's watching, they don't just win, they reign. Most people never see it coming. The moment the quiet one decides to unleash everything they built in silence, no announcement, no permission, just domination. That's where you are now. You've sharpened, you've sacrificed, you've stacked years of suffering, sacrifice, repetition, and relentlessness. And now, the world isn't ready for what you're about to do. You're not stepping into your potential. You're crashing into it at full speed, without brakes. They'll call it sudden. They'll call it shocking. But you'll know it was inevitable. Because the real storms don't make noise when they're forming. They just show up and erase everything standing in their way. So now ask yourself, if you survived everything built against you, what happens when you start building against everything standing in your way? In the next video, we don't adapt to the world. We force it to adapt to us. You ready?